Hey guys, welcome to the channel of Nelson Fungus 3. I'm actually Nelson Fungus 3's dad, and I'm going to be showing you today how I repaired his Turtle Beach X12 headset. He primarily uses them for Xbox 360. He got them maybe a month and a half ago for Christmas. All of a sudden the mic stopped working. We didn't know why. Unfortunately threw away the box, didn't have the receipt, so I figured rather than try and hassle with sending them back or doing anything, I would take them apart and see what I could do on my own. Turns out it really didn't take me long to fix them at all, maybe a half hour, if that. As soon as I took them apart, I could see exactly what the problem was, so, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. The first step is you got to take off the foam from the earpiece. It comes off pretty easy. It's just kind of held on with like an elastic band around the side, and it just pulls right off. Then there's 3 screws here to take off the speaker and the speaker assembly right there. As soon as you get that off, there's a small board here with some wires connected to it going from the controller and to the mic and all that. I took the foam, the windscreen off of the mic, and it did have like a plastic protector piece covering it. You really can't. I tried to get it off without breaking it, but you really couldn't. I couldn't, so I just broke it off, and then once you put the windscreen back on, it really kind of covers it anyway, so you don't need it. But like I said, as soon as I got it apart, I knew what the problem was going to be. There's 2 wires running to the microphone. The one is coated, has some conduit on it, and the other one does not. And therein lies the problem. Just real crappy quality, putting it together. Probably to save a few pennies per unit, they didn't put it on. And so what happens is, from bending the mic back and forth, these tiny little slivers of wires just break one by one by one until you have no connection left. So what I did was I took my multimeter and I put it on the continuity setting, and I just tested the 2 wires individually to see if they had continuity. The white coated one of course did, and then the non-coated one, just these bare wires here, did not. So I was able to get continuity after messing with the little boom here a little bit, and so that's how I knew what the problem was. So I just went ahead and soldered on a new wire. I didn't try to feed it through, I just wrapped it around the boom. I was able to pull off the whole assembly by forcing these little doodads out, and I fed the wire in through that hole and then popped it back on, and then just soldered, if you can see where the red wire is in there, just soldered it right on top of the old wire. It's right next to the white one there. And then as you can see on the microphone, I just went ahead and soldered, took off the old wire, soldered on the new wire. Wasn't that hard. And then as soon as we plugged it back in, it worked. Before you go through all this testing and stuff, you probably want to try it out on your PC or something. It could be, I've heard of problems with the talkback wires on the Xbox, and I don't really have any I don't have any experience with PS3s or anything, so I don't know how they work, but yeah, I would test it out on a PC just to make sure it is in fact the mic itself and not the wire that goes to your controller. So that's it. If you guys have any questions or anything, I think it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, it only took me maybe a half hour. And that was, most of that time was letting the soldering iron warm up. So once you're all done there, you just put everything back together. You can pop the foam back on. It goes on pretty easily, and that's it. If you have any questions, you can leave comments and whatnot, and questions, and we'll try to get back to you. But subscribe to the channel. Nelson Fungus 3 will be putting up some gameplay videos soon, hopefully, and that's it. All right, thanks a lot.